Okay, guys, this is Jay Leno, and right now I'm going to catch you guys up with issue 146. So right now, Leonardo, April, Baby Lita, and Carmen are pretty much following the trails or traces of Venus, Donatello, and Bob, who went on into a portal to go and time travel to save the future of the Ninja Turtles, or thereof to save their universe. Big confusion I have right now personally is okay, Bob is like this superior sorcerer, or this guy of magic who holds this talisman that gives out these abilities, which these abilities I'm not quite aware of. But in such, they run into the device in that portal, and they interact. They end up getting to a confrontation with these monsters. But even after that, April's the only person out of the group that knows anything about technology. So based off her readings, and Donatello being the more tech savvy individual out of the entire group, she's basically saying, okay, this laptop is saying that there are three bodies, long story short, that are reading available on this chart. So they're assuming that these three bodies they know at least two of those bodies would be Venus and Donatello. So Bob's not really being very vocal in this. So this is another confusion I have with this issue, because Bob is it's on the other side of that portal, time traveling with Venus and Donatello. So I'm wondering if this is a different Bob that's traveling around, or is this the same Bob in this universe, and he's just not really speaking on things because he doesn't want to affect the timeline itself. But it's definitely a more in-depth, more like complicated storyline than what I'm accustomed to from the Ninja Turtles. So like I'm really like drawn in as to see like how this magical realm works in issue 146. So prior to this, Donatello and Venus in issue 145 have noticed that Armagon is doing this time travel, but he's basically biting into these different timelines, and Donatello and Venus believe that Armagon is trying to lead them in some sort of direction in this time traveling dimension. So they end up running into different timelines, and Armagon's not really communicating with them. So they're just really trying to find out what's going on right now. They don't even know if Armagon's leading them to their death or what. But in this particular issue, the timeline that he puts him in is in the future. But in this future, they run into older Leonardo. All right, so much older. You can see that this is a very seasoned, older Leonardo. And in this particular timeline, the turtles are separated once again, but it doesn't appear that they are enemies of each other. More so, they just have like their own lands to take care of and protect. They have their own groups. I guess you would call it their own factions amongst each other, and who's to know, what this issue kind of gives a direction of what the future issues are to come in its timeline. And in this scenario, I guess you would call it a spoiler, but you can still enjoy this comic, and you still should purchase this comic and own it for yourself, because we're at the road to 150. And so in an act of bravery, they come into a confrontation with an enemy, and Mr. Leonardo sacrifices himself. And this is like really important to me, because Leonardo's last words are, okay, Donatello, you're here to save us because we die in the future. So don't worry about me. Donatello is very concerned, like, hey, I don't think it'll be a good idea for you to put yourself in danger. You could change anything. So Leonardo goes in to battle this enemy, and it's like at this particular moment, I'm mentally like confused as hell. And hopefully somebody who listens to this could answer some of my questions, or this could unfold soon. We still have to get to 150, and that's probably when we're going to get our explanation. So with that being said, I don't know whether or not, if they die now, does this change the timeline of anything and how that works. But going back into the actual story, that's me kind of explaining my overall view of this issue. It's kind of crazy kind of looking at Leonardo and how much older he is, and how the turtles are going to look as they get older. I believe Gavin Smith, who I met personally, might have did some of these designs in these issues. But I really like this aged version of the turtles. It's you can see the wrinkles. It definitely gives me like post-apocalyptic signs. I do know that this is like a bit of foreshadowing of a previous issue of a future Leonardo that was in one of the Tales of the TMNT issues long ago. So this is almost like an Easter egg for the real TMNT fans that are out there as well. And they're kind of like in a bunker and like in the desert, and it looks like there's just basic survival instincts at this particular timeline. I really want to pay homage to and speak on how much I really appreciate what's going on right now in this series. They did show signs of what's to come in the next issue, and it looks like the cover of it's going to be with an older Raphael, which is my favorite Ninja Turtle, so I'm super excited. Also, I'm trying to figure out, I spend all this time talking about the future. Right now, in the present time of the timeline, what Leonardo, April are going to be doing at this time. And I'm wondering, is there going to be any further issues as well that are going to include Lita, Carmen, and April? I would like to see what an older Lita looks like. I guess in this timeline, just how they draw her up and what capabilities she'll have. I know there's female mutants, but there's not too many female turtles. We have Jenica and we have Venus, so anything can happen. So all in all, I guess we're going to see. I really don't know the origin of the cover of this issue with Leonardo's sword. It looks way different than the twin katanas that I'm accustomed to. Be sure to let me know, what you guys think of this. Hope you guys enjoy this. Can't wait for issue 147. And please like and subscribe. And you know what? Let me know who is your favorite Ninja Turtle by chance. All right, check it out. Have a good one.
So special.